that scene ended up costing $24 billion because we had to go through 6 C-130 planes and blow them all up.
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter immediately.
What is it? What's going on?
If you are hearing this broadcast, seek shelter
John, go!
immediately. Seek shelter immediately.
Hang on, Nathan.
Seek shelter immediately. Seek shelter immediately.
Gerard and Morena, it's so good to see both you. Gerard, I can't believe it's already been 2 years since I saw you at Hunter Killer in New York City. So
Yeah.
It's so good to talk again. Have you gotten to do any surfing lately? I know you've been on break for a little bit. Have you been able to go out and surf as well?
Yes, I've gotten in the water a fair bit. Maybe if there was any advantages to be taken to the pandemic, that was it. I kind of connected back with sports, especially ones where you felt that were safer, like tennis and surfing. But the surfing's been I'm still not very good, but it's been amazing for my soul.
Morena, how have you been disconnecting during this time? Have you been able to pick up any new sports, any new hobbies, anything like that?
I've definitely been cooking a lot. I'm really doing a deep dive into homeschooling, which has been, has had its rewards. It's been really nice to be present and, not be sort of like thinking about work in the back of my mind when I'm with my family. So that's been a plus.
Absolutely. So with this film, it really was a throwback for me to a lot of the movies that I really liked in the 90s, like the Armageddons, the Dante's Peak, those type of films. It was really exciting to see both y'all on screen. Gerard, I want to start with you. How did this come about? Did Rick Roman-Wall pitch this to you while y'all were working on Angel Has Fallen, or was that afterwards? How did this all come together?
No, it came to both of us around the same time. My agents got the script, and I think we might have sent it to him actually, but it was pretty much at the same time, because the second we saw the script, it was, well, who else am I going to do this with? Because funnily enough, just to lead that into your point, it does have so much of Armageddon and Dante's Peak, but with Rick, it's going to be so much more powerful and emotional and real, not kind of stock heroic characters, but people that you can really identify with and go on this incredibly emotional, believable, authentic journey. And I think that's what Rick does better than anybody else. And it's so great to therefore make a disaster movie, but that actually feels like an unbelievably intense and relentless family drama.
Exactly. I like the way that he balances that, but he also brings, the action, the explosion, like all the adrenaline that comes behind it. Morena, what was it like working with Rick Roman-Wall? I believe this was the first time you worked with him. Is that correct?
It was the first. And I have to admit, Jerry will tell you this as well. When I first met both him and Jerry at the auditions, and then, the first few days in Atlanta, I was like, what am I walking into? They'd worked together previously. Is this like going to be like a bro relationship? And I'm going to have to like really like stand up for my ideas. And Rick and Jerry, but really Rick is like such a soft soul, like such a sweet, advocate for women, and like, really was, I felt very at home with both of them, and it was really nice to, he does tend to deepen, these moments that would typically be like a, action scene. He wants to find the human connection in it, and how do our characters how can they tell the story in a deeper way, and I really appreciated that.
How does he balance, or on set, how is it balanced between the practical effects and then also the special effects, in particular the airport scene, because that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. What was it like filming that airport scene?
You mean on the C-130 when we all get off?
Yeah, the C-130, the crowd's rushing in. I'm not ruining anything because it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Explosions.
No, well, that scene ended up costing $24 billion because we had to go through 6 C-130 planes and blow them all up, and they're $4 billion a piece. So You know, there's a lot of pressure in those in those moments. No, you know, when you say balance, it's you do enough of the practical special effects. Like, so for instance, there I had to run and they had flashing lights and this machine that blows a quick amount of smoke to get all your clothes and then dive onto these mats. And it was trying to get the timing right to jump and turn, get the light of the explosion flashing, and then take a second and then for the air to hit you and you're turning the right way. It was actually, it was tough, but so much fun. I love that stuff.
And you guys shot at an actual base, right?
We shot it at that base. Yeah.
Wow. Well, they're already wrapping me up. I can't wait for everybody to get to see Greenland. I know it's been delayed a little bit, but trust me, it's worth the wait for everybody to see it. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you.